Andy Ruiz versus King Kong Luis Ortiz. Um, yeah, as we all know, they recently fought over at the Crypto.com Arena, formerly known as the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, USA. This was the main event. This was the main fight on Fox pay per view. Um, Fight ended up being a very competitive fight, in my opinion. Even with the knockdowns, it was a very competitive fight. Fight ended up going the distance. It went the whole 12 rounds, and Andy Ruiz won the fight by unanimous decision. All three judges had it in favor of Andy Ruiz, but they had it close. 114, 111, 114, 111, 113, 112, all in favor of Ruiz. And I thought the scorecards were right. Even though there were those three knockdowns, two knockdowns in round number two, and one in round number seven, it was still a very competitive fight. Thank goodness wasn't too busy at work, so I was able to watch and score this fight. And I can definitely see you having this fight 6-6, 6 rounds to six, and give Luis Ortiz 6, 7 rounds. It was that competitive. But because of those three knockdowns, you gotta give it to Andy Ruiz because, I mean, come on, three knockdowns. But still, Ortiz was game throughout. He was still a dangerous fighter throughout. I wanted Ruiz to take him out of there in the first half, especially in that second round where he hurt Ortiz, but Ortiz was still a dangerous fighter. So Andy just played it safe. He played it safe. And in a way, he may have played it way too safe because I'd like to see him be more aggressive, but then again, he was in there against a very good boxer in Ortiz. Ortiz was able to, even though he got dropped, he was able to get back up, and he was able to outbox Andy in a lot of those rounds. That's why you can definitely argue that he won 6 to 7 rounds. He was outboxing Andy, and Andy wasn't really throwing and landing the combinations, but mainly because I feel like he didn't want to take the risk of getting hit clean, because he got hit clean at least twice in this fight. And I mean, Andy was able to take it pretty well, um, but I'm sure he felt the power, and you never know when it comes to Ortiz, him landing that one punch. All it takes is one punch. This is the heavyweight division. One punch can change the entire fight. So Andy, was very cautious and did not want to take any risk uh, going in there and throwing too many combinations. But man, in that second round, I feel like he could have definitely stopped Ortiz. But then again, like I said, would have been dangerous. Too very risky, very risky. Anyway, um, I thought Andy looked good. I thought going the distance, Ortiz was gonna win going the distance. If you guys remember watching my prediction video, I think I said somewhere around the lines that if it ends by TK or knockout, it's gonna be Ruiz winning, or if it goes the distance, I think I chose Ortiz to win if it goes the distance. But because of those three knockdowns, um, I feel like you definitely have to give it to Andy Ruiz. Even if you had it close, Andy Ruiz definitely won this fight with those three knockdowns. It's hard to go against him with those three knockdowns, but you can definitely argue it was a close fight. And with this win, Andy improves to 35-2, 22 wins coming by way of knockout TKO, 2 wins in a row since losing to Anthony Joshua 3 years ago. Can you believe that was 3 years ago now? Andy needs to be active, man. He only fought once last year against Chris Arreola. So far, once this year. He did say that he wants to be very active. He's hungry after the fight, and he called out Deontay Wilder. And hopefully, that's the fight we see next. I'd love to see that fight. But right now, Deontay Wilder has Robert Helenius to take care of. As for Luis Ortiz, he's 43 years old now. He's an old man. He's an old man, and they asked him if he wanted to retire, and he said that. I think he said, like, he asked the fans, "Do you guys want to see me retire?" After this fight, King Kong Ortiz can still fight. He can still fight. He can still compete against the top of the division. Can he beat the guys like Usyk, Fury, Joshua, maybe not. But I think Ortiz would still do pretty well against the likes of, let's say, Parker, White, Joyce, Hergovich, Sanchez. I think he'll definitely be he can definitely compete against those guys and maybe even beat some of these guys. So if Ortiz decides to retire at the age of 43 years old, can't blame him. But if he decides to keep fighting, he better fight some of these guys, man. I'd love to see him fight some of these top contenders in the heavyweight division. I feel like if you want a title shot, you have to take care of Ortiz first, Andrew Ruiz, and go from there. So anyway, I'm tired. If you guys don't know, I work at nights. Got home from work. It's 9:30 in the morning. Been up for who knows how long now, more than almost 24 hours. Jesus, I've been up for almost 24 hours because I woke up around 11 something yesterday, almost noon. So I've been up for almost 24 hours. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.